Hey Glamour and Sugaries, it's me, Cherry. Welcome to another spring episode. We're doing something a little bit more spontaneous today. I'm doing stuff with leftovers. What do you do with leftover buttercream and leftover cookie dough? Well, we're gonna use them today. Today we're gonna make spring cookies. Ooh. These cookies are not only beautiful, but they also look more natural because we're gonna add some whites and black tints to them just to bring out that lifelike nature. In honor of spring, we're gonna be a little spontaneous, but we are gonna learn some new techniques today. The first one is we'll take our cookie and put our frosting in a piping bag and pipe directly onto the cookie to make the flour. The second is we're gonna use our palette buttercream in different colors here, and we're gonna use our palette knives, our trusty knives. And using our palette painting technique, we're gonna paint a flower right onto the cookie. The third one is we're gonna use a flour nail, some parchment paper, pipe the flour onto here, stick it in the fridge or the freezer to chill and set up, and then put it on the cookie. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the thumbs up to like my video, and the notification bell to know when I come out with a new one. We're gonna be using some leftover gingerbread cookie dough because we need a firmer type cookie so it doesn't fall apart when we're working on it. The cookie itself has a nice chew to it, and it has this delicious gingerbread flavor. Make sure to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We're expecting to cook the cookies about 12 to 15 minutes, but oven times always vary, so watch your oven. Flour your work surface so it doesn't stick. And I chilled my dough just a little bit here so it's nice and firm. And we're just gonna go ahead and roll it out. We're rolling to 3/8 of an inch thick. For the full recipe for these gingerbread cookies, please see my gingerbread cookie puzzle video. Or if you'd like to do sugar cookies instead, refer to my Among Us Sugar Cookie Challenge. Have your tray ready with some parchment paper. Then take your round cutter or whatever shape you want, dip it in a little flour, and go ahead and make some cuts. Cut some cookies out. Once you have all the cookies cut out, you can put them on your parchment paper and make sure you have a little bit of room in between each. I think we could probably fit 3 on one line. Look how beautifully thick they are. Gorgeous. What?
Down.
No! I hate when that happens. All cleaned up and ready to go. These are gonna go in the oven. I'll see you puppies in about 15 minutes. Bye-bye. Ready to get them out. Yeah, they might have a little bit of a browning on them. Perfect. Now we're gonna start out with the buttercream piped flowers. So you'll need your piping bags. I'm just using 12-inch piping bags here. And I just have 2 tips. I'll show you why. This one is a 104. Take a real close look at the shape of it. It's a teardrop shape, and it's used for roses and things like daisies, which I plan on making today, as well as just a plain round tip. You can use a 2 or 3, but a 2 will give you a little bit more finer detail. So you want to place those in 2 separate bags. Those are going to be our main bags, what I call. And these other bags, we're going to actually put the frosting in these. And then we're going to insert them into these bags so that we can change colors if we want to. Before we even put them into the piping bags, we want to make sure that our buttercream is the right consistency. Look at this. It just came out of the fridge, so it's a little bit firm, and it's not the right consistency for piping. How do we get this the right consistency? Let me show you. Not only can you sit here and mix it with your arm for like an hour, no, just kidding, only like several minutes. It will soften with time and warm up. But to give it a little help, we can pop it in the microwave. I totally recommend that we do it only seconds by seconds. That's my buttercream dance. All right, let's check out the consistency now. Oh, look at that, yeah. See, not much. It doesn't take much to melt that up. Now, if you feel like your frosting's a little bit loose, you might have added too much milk to it before or something, then you definitely want to stiffen it up with more powdered sugar. First, open your piping bag over the cup like this. Take a little white and put it in there. And then we're going to take a little of the color we want and also put it in there. Let me show you a little trick. What I've been doing is pushing it down with my hand, and then I was watching a YouTube video and I saw somebody take their bench scraper and go like this. Whoa, okay, that is just, it blew my mind. So if we cut the tip a little bit here for it to come out, it will definitely push down to the bottom of the bag. Look at that. So easy, right? Genius. Whoever did that was a genius. I just tied off the bag there, and I'm gonna put this in the 104 tip bag. That's how we use our tip, and then we can change the color if we like. All right, so that one's ready to go. Let's do the number 2 tip by filling another bag with the color we want. We're gonna do yellow in this one. Are you in the mood for spring yet? Spring cleaning, no. I actually like spring cleaning. It's just work. Use our bench scraper, push it down, and there we go, beautiful. Best trick ever. I realized that my frosting was a little bit too soft for my liking. I want to get more defined flowers. So what I did is I put a little bit more of confectioner's sugar in here, and I mixed it in, and then now it's a lot firmer. Like it's almost hurting my hand just a little bit to stir it, and that is the consistency I want. We're ready to pipe a cookie now. Make sure your nozzle is narrow on the top and the wider part of that teardrop is on the bottom. And then you're just gonna squeeze and make a U shape and come back. Again, squeeze, bring the U around and pull down. And we're just kind of tucking those petals underneath and just rotating. And actually, it looks good when they're kind of random and not too perfect, because real flowers aren't perfect. All right, now we're gonna layer some on top of these, in between. Okay, we're gonna take our green first and make the middle there. We're going to pipe some yellow stems. Squeeze, make sure you're touching the surface and pull up. Squeeze and pull up. Now we're gonna add the leaves, and you're just gonna take your leaf tip there, which is a 352, squeeze and pull. Yeah. Squeeze and pull. And then you can put them kind of, make sure you're keeping your tip like vertical, and then you can make them as big or as small as you want. If you hold your squeezer, you're gonna make larger ones. If you just kind of squeeze and pull right away, you're gonna have a shorter one. There's our first cookie. Springy. Let's do a ranunculus. Same tip, 104, and we're gonna just make a little pile right there in the beginning, and then we're going to hold it like that and push and pull over, touch the surface, squeeze, pull over, Squeeze and pull over, and just kind of keep going. And you're angling your tip kind of at a 45-degree angle, but then down. And then once you get enough of these ones that face down, you can start facing them more upright. Then you're going to open up even more by angling it open like this. Now we're going to add the leaves to it, and we're going to make big ones. So we're going to squeeze and then pull. Squeeze and then pull. And that one, if it's too long, you can pinch it with your finger and get it off. Just pinch it. See? Squeeze and pull, and you can put those strategically into the areas that may have a little bit of problem so that you can't see that. See? To make sure that these flowers set up, we're going to put them in the fridge while we're working on the others. Now we're going to start on the palette knife painted cookie. And I definitely want to recommend you to watch my palette knife painted buttercream cake video to get a lot more details on this. But we're going to start by putting our buttercream here and mixing the color we want with the gel food color. As you can see, I incorporated a little bit of white on this side just to add a little dimension. And the way that you build it up is you can do a few different things. You can smooth it out. I'm going to add a little white to that. And then we're going to load up the back of the the back of the palette knife here. You're just kind of scooping. And then we're going to go ahead and make a poppy here by creating a petal, and we can squeeze that in and just kind of go around and make different colors. We're going to pile it on the back there. Again, you can brush it out and then just drag your palette knife like that, and you're getting a lot on the back there. And then you have to clean off the edges by kind of just wiping it. And then you push it down and pull. Now it's starting to have some dimension. So scoop it on the back there and then push and pull. We're going to use our palette knife here to make a little green center. Take some of that mixed up green and just dabble it in the middle there. Make it however you like. And then take some yellow and maybe a little black there. It's like painting, basically. And just mix it on in. There you go. So we're gonna put a little bit more on there. So to create our green leaves, we can use our palette knife, the little baby one here. Just pick up some green there on the back of the palette knife. And then you have to scrape it down on both sides and make sure the back is, kind of like built up with frosting there. And then you can just touch down and pull. And then you load it up again. You can even wipe it off if you need to. Load it up more towards the top of the knife there. Wipe it off again. And then touch and pull. And you can always use a toothpick to make it look a little bit more like what you want. But, spontaneous and natural is kind of what I'm going for right now. So, load up again. And then we can put one on this side maybe. And then if we want to add a little touch of white, we can. into those leaves, we're adding just a little bit of white. Now we're gonna do one using the flower nail, if you can see. That comes with a kit sometimes when you get new piping tips. And I took a parchment paper and put a little frosting on there and just stuck it down. So here, we're gonna do like that ranunculus type thing, and we're just gonna build a mound there, and then we're gonna go over it like that, like a little rainbow. Wherever your open space is, then you can start opening them up just a little bit here and tilting your tip just a little towards you, and it opens it up just a little bit there. And I think the colors on this one look real nice. Yeah. We're gonna make some more of these and put them in the fridge. I want you to get creative, because this is where, you know, you can use all your creative juices and just create whatever. Just like that. Pretty, right? Yeah, yay! We took the flowers out of the freezer to see, and they are very set. Nice, and we can put those on the cookie. To stick them onto the cookie, you just want to add a little bit of buttercream wherever you wanted to put it. Gently take it off there and set it on the cookie. Now we're just going to make our leaves in there. Okay, we're using the same piping tip to do this extra special leaf where you just squeeze extra hard and just pull, and that's it. We're all finished. Come and take a look at our garden of beauty. Here's a palette knife daisy. Here's another daisy on this side, and that one too. And then we have a palette knife poppy, blue Himalayan poppy, and some ranunculus, or ranunculi, however you're supposed to say it. Alyssa even came and made one right here. Beautiful. Okay, it's time for me to taste one. I'm gonna taste this one that didn't come out so well, but here, watch. Ooh. This is yummy. This is my light American buttercream because I don't put too much sugar in it. And my gingerbread cookie, not that much sugar either. So it's a nice meld of ginger and just that butter and a little tiny bit of sweetness. I totally recommend it. I think they turned out wonderful, and I hope you get a chance to try these. Hey, the macaron bunnies joined our party here. They want to be a part of this spring garden. Don't forget to check out my other video, the Easter macaron bunnies. So if you haven't already, please subscribe for me, as well as share this video with your family and friends. I had a great time making this with my daughter, and I know you're gonna have an awesome time with your family. Thank you, Glamour and Sugaries, for joining me today. Go ahead, go outside, take a nature walk, and see what kind of flowers you wanna make on your cookies. See you next time, bye.